Hello, dear learners, and welcome back to the JISH Learn English Podcast. Today's topic is a very interesting one. We're going to the hair salon. But instead of learning with a simple list of phrases, we'll follow a little story. Our main character today is Alex. Through his story, we'll discover how to book an appointment, how to talk about hairstyles, and the useful phrases you can use at a salon. Now, I want you to remember, this lesson is for everyone, men and women, both. Even though I'm using Alex's story to explain, the vocabulary and phrases we'll learn are universal. So no matter who you are, you'll be able to use them in real life. Let's step into Alex's story together. And while we do, you'll learn how to speak more confidently at the hair salon.
Hey, I told you I'd come today. How have you been?
I'm good. Come in, sit down. Wait a second. What's with your hair? Why is it so messy?
Oh, really? Is it that bad?
Yes, it looks like you haven't had a haircut in months. The ends are all uneven, and you even have split ends. You definitely need a trim.
I guess you're right. I just haven't had time to visit a salon.
Well, tomorrow you must go. Let's book an appointment right now. Do you want me to call or will you do it?
I'll call. Let's see if they have a slot for tomorrow afternoon.
Good evening, Lux Hair Salon. How can I help you?
Hello, I'd like to book an appointment for a haircut tomorrow.
Sure. Would you like just a trim or a full cut and style?
Just a trim, please. My hair is getting too messy, but I want to keep the length.
Got it. We have a slot available at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Does that work for you?
Yes, that's perfect. Please book it.
All right. I've booked your appointment for 3 p.m. tomorrow. May I have your name, please?
Yes, it's Alex.
Thank you, Alex. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
Great, thanks a lot. Finally, my messy hair is getting fixed. I can't wait to see the new look.
Now, let's go back to the salon. When you want a haircut or any other grooming services simply mean things like haircuts, beard trims, coloring, or styling. You have two choices. You can either take an appointment in advance, or you can go without an appointment and hope a seat is available. If you want to avoid waiting, the safe option is to take an appointment. For that, you usually call the salon. A receptionist will pick up the phone, and here is the useful phrase you can use. Hello, I'd like to book an appointment for... Now, you just add the service and the time. For example, hello, I'd like to book an appointment for a haircut tomorrow. Hello, I'd like to book an appointment for hair coloring on Friday. Hello, I'd like to book an appointment for a hair treatment on the 10th of September. The receptionist will then offer you a time, like, we have 3 p.m. available. Is that okay for you? If you agree, you can reply with a polite confirmation, such as, yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what Alex said when he got his 3 p.m. slot. But what if you don't have an appointment and you just walk into the salon? In that case, you will need to ask if a seat is available. A useful phrase for that is, "Excuse me, is there a seat available right now?" If it's available, you can sit down and get the service. If not, the receptionist may ask you to wait for some time. So now we are clear about how to make an appointment and what to say if you go without one. All right, let's see what happens when Alex finally reached the salon.
Hello, I have an appointment for 3 p.m.
Yes, welcome, Alex. Please take a seat. Your stylist will be with you shortly.
Hi, Alex. Nice to meet you. What are we doing today with your hair?
Well, my sister said my hair looks really messy, and I agree. I don't want to cut it too short, though. Maybe just clean it up a little.
Sure. Do you want a trim or a full cut?
I think just a trim. Please don't take off too much. Just the ends.
Got it. Do you want me to keep the same length or add some layers for more shape?
I'd like to keep the length, but maybe add a few layers to make it lighter.
Sounds good. And what about the front? Do you want bangs or keep it natural?
Oh, no bangs, please. I like a simple look. Just keep the front natural.
Okay, no bangs. Do you part your hair in the middle or on the side?
Usually I go with the side part. It frames my face better.
Perfect. So a trim on the ends, add some layers, and keep the side part. Anything else, Alex?
Can you also take care of the split ends? My sister keeps complaining about them.
Absolutely. I'll make sure all the split ends are trimmed off.
Great, thank you.
Now, let's look carefully at the conversation Alex had with the stylist and learn how to speak about what kind of haircut you want. First, let's learn some key vocabulary, and then we will practice useful phrases. The first vocabulary words are trim and cut. Trim means cutting just a little, usually only the ends, to make your hair neat and remove split ends. Cut, or full cut, means making a bigger change in your hair length or style. Most native speakers just say haircut for a full cut. So when you say, "Just a trim, please," it means you want only a little off, nothing too short. And when you say, "I want a haircut," it means you want a bigger change in your hair or style. Repeat after me slowly to practice shadowing. Just a trim, please. Just a trim, please. I want a haircut. I want a haircut. Next, let's learn about split ends. Split ends are the damaged tips of your hair that have split or broken. Usually, they happen when hair becomes dry or weak, and the ends look frayed. Cutting them off keeps your hair healthy and neat. In Alex's conversation, he said, "Please take care of the split ends." A simple phrase you can use at the salon is, "Cut the split ends, please." Now, repeat after me. Please take care of the split ends. Please take care of the split ends. Cut the split ends, please. Cut the split ends, please.
Now, let's learn what it means when you say keep the length or just the ends. When we say keep the length, it means we don't want to shorten our hair too much. We want to maintain most of the hair's current length. When we say just the ends, it means we only want to cut the tips of the hair, the very end part, to make it neat. Remember, in the conversation, Alex said to the stylist, "Please don't take off too much, just the ends." Here, take off is an important phrasal verb. It means to remove or cut something. So Alex meant, don't cut too much hair, just cut the tips. Now let's practice saying it together. Please don't take off too much, just the ends. Please don't take off too much, just the ends. Please don't take off too much, keep the length. Please don't take off too much, keep the length. Now, let's learn what it means when we talk about the sides of the hair or a part. First, when we say sides of the hair, we mean the hair on the left and right sides of your head, just above your ears. Many people ask the stylist to make the sides shorter while keeping the top longer. For example, please make the sides shorter but keep the top longer. Now, the second word is side part. A side part means where you separate your hair, either on the left side or the right side. In American English, we say side part. In British English, you'll sometimes hear parting. For example, I'd like a side part on the left. Could you make a clean parting on the right? You can also ask for a middle part. This means separating the hair right in the center, so it falls evenly on both sides. You can say, "Can you part my hair in the middle?" Repeat after me slowly. Please make the sides shorter, but keep the top longer. I'd like a side part on the left. Could you make a clean parting on the right? Can you part my hair in the middle? I usually wear a side part. Can you keep it the same? Please give me a middle part this time.
Now, there are two very important vocabulary words and some phrases left. Don't get overwhelmed. These are really important ones, so pay close attention. The first one is bangs or fringe. In American English, we say bangs. In British English, we say fringe. Both mean the front part of the hair that falls over the forehead. When you say, "No bangs, please," it means the same. You don't want any hair falling on your forehead. Like Alex in the conversation said, it means he also didn't want any hair falling on his forehead. When you say, "I'd like a fringe," or "I'd like bangs," it means you want hair at the front to fall on your forehead. Now, let's practice shadowing some sentences together. No bangs, please. I'd like a fringe. Can you trim my bangs shorter? I want long bangs that cover my forehead. Now, before we watch Alex's story again to see how his hair turned out, one important vocabulary word is left: layers. In the conversation, Alex said, "Maybe add a few layers to make it lighter."
Layers mean cutting the hair at different lengths to add shape, movement, and style. Layers can make thick hair look lighter and thin hair look fuller. When you say, "Add some layers, please," it means you want the stylist to cut your hair in layers to give it shape and movement. When you say, "I want layers around my face," it means you want shorter pieces near your face to make it softer and styled. Now, let's practice shadowing some sentences. Add some layers, please. I want layers around my face. Can you give me soft layers? I'd like long layers at the back. Now, let's watch Alex's story again and see, is he satisfied with his haircut or does he want something else?
Alex, do you want anything else after your haircut? How about adding some volume?
Yes, that sounds good. My hair feels a little flat on top.
Great. Do you want me to thin out any parts so it feels lighter?
Yes, please. Could you thin out my hair a little? It's too thick at the back.
Sure. And how would you like it styled after the cut? Blow dry straight or leave it natural?
Blow dry it straight, please. I'd love a smooth finish.
Perfect. I'll give you a nice blowout so it looks polished and full of movement.
Thank you. That sounds amazing.
Now, let's learn key vocabulary and phrases from this part of the conversation. The first words are thin out and add volume. Thin out means to remove some bulk from thick hair so it feels lighter and easier to manage. When you say, "Please thin out my hair," it would mean you want the stylist to remove some weight from your hair, like Alex said in the conversation, "Could you thin out my hair a little? It's too thick at the back." By this, he meant he wanted the stylist to make his hair lighter and easier to handle. When you say, "Add some volume," it would mean you want the stylist to make your hair look fuller and more lifted, like Alex said in the conversation. Yes, add some volume, please. The top feels a little flat. By this, he meant he wanted his hair to get more height and body on top. By height, we mean lifting the hair at the top so it doesn't lie flat. By body, we mean giving the hair a fuller, thicker, lively look, not weighed down. Now, let's practice some sentences together. Repeat after me. Could you thin out my hair, please? Please thin out the back a little. Add some volume on the top, please. Please add volume to make it look fuller. Now, let's learn one more important part of hairstyling: blow dry and blowout. Blow dry means to dry your hair with a hairdryer. You can also make it a little neat or straight while drying. Blow out means to dry and style your hair carefully so it looks smooth, soft, shiny, and full of movement. In the conversation, Alex said, "Blow dry it straight, please."
He meant he wanted the stylist to dry his hair and make it straight. The stylist said, "I'll give you a nice blowout." They meant they would dry and style his hair so it looks smooth and nice. Now let's practice some sentences together. Blow dry it straight, please. Can you give me a smooth blowout? I'd like a soft blowout, please. Blow dry my hair lightly, please. Till here, Alex has trimmed his hair, adjusted the parts, added layers, thinned out some thick areas, added volume on top, and had his hair blow-dried and styled with a smooth finish. Now, let's see what else he wants to do with his hair, or is he satisfied with his look?
Alex, would you like to do anything with color today?
Yes, I think I need a touch-up for my roots.
Sure. Do you want any highlights or balayage as well?
Yes, please. I'd like some highlights, but not a full color change.
Got it. We'll just add highlights to give your hair some brightness.
Perfect. Thank you.
All done. How do you feel about your hair?
It looks amazing. Thank you.
Great. You can pay at the front desk.
Sure.
How much is the total for everything?
That will be $120, please.
Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Have a great day.
Now, let's learn key vocabulary and phrases from this part of the conversation about coloring and treatments. Let's begin with the phrase, touch up roots. When we say touch up roots, we are talking about coloring the new hair growth near the scalp so it matches the rest of the hair. For example, if your natural hair color is dark and you dyed it light brown, after a few weeks, the dark color starts to show at the roots. A root touch-up means coloring that part again. In the conversation, Alex said, "I think I need a touch-up for my roots." By this, he meant he wanted the stylist to color the new hair near the scalp so that his whole hair looks fresh and even. Now, let's practice shadowing. I need a touch-up for my roots. Can you touch up my roots, please? I'd like a root touch-up today. Now, let's learn the word highlights. Highlights mean coloring some strands of your hair lighter than the rest. It gives the hair a brighter, sun-kissed look. Unlike a full color, only small sections of hair are dyed. For example, if your hair is dark brown, you can add light brown or blonde highlights to make it look more stylish. In the conversation, Alex said, "I'd like some highlights, but not a full color change." This means Alex wants just a few lighter strands, not to dye his whole head of hair. Now, let's practice shadowing with me. I want highlights, not a full color. Can you add some highlights to my hair? I'd like blonde highlights, please. Remember, highlights are different from a root touch-up. A root touch-up fixes your natural regrowth, while highlights are for style and brightness.
Another very popular coloring style is called balayage. Balayage is a French word that means to sweep. In hair coloring, it's a technique where the stylist paints the color onto the hair in a natural, blended way. It looks very soft and sun-kissed, not as obvious as highlights. Highlights usually start near the roots and are very clear, but balayage looks more natural and usually starts lower, blending smoothly with your natural hair color. For example, Alex could say, "I'd like balayage for a more natural look." Can you do balayage instead of highlights? I prefer a soft balayage, not too bright. In the conversation, the stylist asked Alex if he wanted highlights or balayage. Alex chose highlights, but now you know both words and can use them at a salon. When you finish at the salon, first you need to ask, how much is the total bill? You can say it like this: how much is the total? Can you tell me the bill, please? After the receptionist tells you the amount, you need to decide how to pay. If you want to pay with money notes or coins, you can say, "Can I pay in cash?" If you want to pay using your debit or credit card, you can say, "Can I pay by card?" And if you need proof of payment, you can also ask, "Can I have the receipt, please?"
Today, we learned many useful phrases and vocabulary for the salon. Next time you visit the salon, try to use them and see how confident you feel. And please share your experience with me in the comments. I would truly love to know how you used today's lesson in real life. Your comments really motivate me to keep creating more lessons for you. Also, don't forget to like this video. Your likes help the channel grow. And remember, you are a very special part of the JISH family. From now on, you'll get at least one new lesson every day, so keep showing your love and support. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.